girl, how you smelling today? Huh? All right, you guys. So I've been wanting to do this video for such a long time. The day he fell in love with me because of how I smelled. Shit is real, y'all. Do you guys know how important? Oh, self-explanatory, right? I have the worst hair day of my life. And most of it, you know what? I blame it to Wow products. Wow my motherfucking ass. Wow. It left my hair so tangled for some reason. I don't know. I don't know if I did it wrong. But anyways, that's not what we're here for, huh? So, you see this perfume? This ain't the biggest shit ever, right? This is Britney Spears. What is this called? Curious. All right, so here goes the story. It is a wild one. It's going to be short, but it's going to be a wild one, okay? All right, you guys. So I remember this day, my friends invited me out clubbing, right? So I had been, this was like in my I think I was like 24. These were my clubbing days, okay? I was clubbing and dancing and having, you know? All right. So I was having the time of my life. So I remember I had gone out Saturday, Sunday. I think it was Wednesday. Saturday, it was Friday. I went out Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. So it was Friday again, and I was fucking tired than a motherfucker. I was tired. Literally, you guys, I have a story time on this. But I used to fall asleep. Like, I used to work in a psychiatric hospital. And I used to go to sleep. Oh, my God. Never mind. I don't want to. Anyways. Okay. So then my friends were like, Erica, like, we want to go out. Come on. And I was like, no, I'm fucking tired, man. I'm tired. And they were just like, come on. Like, we cannot go out with you, boo. So I was like, all right. And I remember what I was wearing, okay? I was wearing this blue shirt. It was a blue tank top shirt. One of the Walmart ones, okay? Not bashing Walmart, because Walmart, you be getting good shit from there. But back then, it was questionable. And I was wearing these gray, skinny jeans, I think they were. Y'all, I looked a hot motherfucking mess. I really did. And I didn't put no effort on getting ready, like nada, okay? So I remember I just took a shower and I sprayed this baby on. I was like, this is what I used to wear when I was when I was younger. And I was like, whatever. So then, you guys, I looked a hot motherfucking mess. We ended up going to the club, and I remember, okay, I remember that there was like a little what is it called? Like a rail. There was a rail, and I was like this on the rail. I was just, I don't know what the fuck I was doing, and I was not feeling it, you guys, at all. And I was like this in the rail, like, just imagine the whole thing. I was like this. I don't know why. And this guy comes up to me in the back, and he like goes like this to me, and I turn around, and he's like, you want to dance? I was like, no. But he was a really handsome guy. Like, he was really cute. And I was like, no. And then he's like, oh, come on. He's like, I've been watching you. I've been eyeballing you. And you just been standing in the rail. Like, you're not having fun. I'm like, no, it's because I'm tired. Oh, I remember, you guys. I was so tired because I was wearing high heels when we were clubbing. And I was tired. I was out of it, okay? So I think that's why I was standing in the rail. I don't know. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's because I'm tired. And he's like, oh, no, come on, let's go sit over here. So he had like a little round table. And we went and, no, wait. I don't remember that part clearly. I don't know what happened, but I'm trying to remember. Oh. I guess he had more friends. I don't know. But the only thing I remember is that he was telling me to go sit down at where they were sitting at. Okay, whatever. So then we went and sat over there, right? And then you guys, we ended up dancing, whatever, what the normal shit that happens. And he's like, when we were dancing, he was like, oh, you smell so good. You smell so good. You smell so good. And then I was just like, really? And he's like, yes. Oh my gosh. He's like, you smell so good. All right. So then he ended up, I was single, everything, you know? So he ends up asking for my number, whatever. And I gave him my number. So then days went by and I completely forgot about this guy. Like I completely forgot about him. I remember that he called me and then he was like, hi, Erica, how are you? Like all happy. And I was like, oh, I'm good. He's like, hey, I'm going to go out with my friends on Friday. You want to go? I was like, nah, I don't want to go. I'm like, I'm too tired. He's like, do you know who I am? I was like, yeah. And then he was like, well, I really want to see you. I still remember how you smell. And I was just like, really? And he was like, yeah. I was like, what do I smell like? And he's like, curious. I was like, how do you know? He was like, oh, just because you told me the name of the perfume and blah, 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 blah. So I had it. I was thinking about it. And I thought that was so weird. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. You guys know why I'm nervous saying the story? Because my man, okay, my husband, all right? My husband he wants me to act like I never had a past. Like, yeah. Okay, but I don't know how I'm going to zoom this one from like across my man that he won't notice because he'd be like, oh, you uploaded a new video, baby? But anyways, all right. Y'all, okay, so he calls me, right? And then he's like, I still remember how you smell like Curious from Britney Spears. And I was like, how do you remember? He's like, because you told me. And when we were dancing, he was asking what I was wearing. I'm like, oh, it's Curious by Britney Spears, because he kept saying, oh my God, you smell so good. Oh my gosh, you smell so good. So he was on the phone and then he's like, you know, I cannot stop thinking about how you smell. He's like, you are the girl that has smelled the most good. You are the girl, something like that. He said something in those lines. Okay. Don't quote me. I'm probably making half of what he told me up. But he said, you are like one of the girls that have smelled the best. And I just long story short, he told me he couldn't get me out of his mind because of how I smelled. Okay. And my ass was fucking sweaty. So, okay. So he's like, come on, let's go out Friday. Let's go out on Friday. And then I was like, no, blah, 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 blah. Da, 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 da. Then he's like, okay, let's go out on Saturday. I was like, let me see. Do I have any plans? And I had plans on Saturday with my friends. So I didn't see him Friday or Saturday. And then on Sunday, he said that he wanted to come over and visit me. I was like, yeah, because I'm not, like, I'm fucking dead. I'm dead from partying so much. I'm dead. I was like, yeah, sure, come on over. So he came on over, you guys. And I remember I had to go to Mexico and my flight was that night. And do you guys remember? Oh, you know what? It was around 2010, I think. I don't remember exactly when, but do you guys remember here in Vegas, we had a winter storm. We had snow all over the place. That night that snowed so hard, I had to leave to Mexico to visit I had to go to Mexico. I had to go to TJ. Somebody was waiting for me in TJ. But I couldn't leave because it was full of snow, right? So he came over and the plan was that he was going to take me to what is it called? To the airline. He was going to go take me to catch my flight, okay? but they said that they had canceled the flights and whatever. So we were in the car. And then he's like, obviously I knew that he liked that I was wearing Curious. So I sprayed Curious again because he was so handsome. He was a boxer. He was a boxer. So anyways, he was my friend. He came. I told him, I was like, oh yeah, you're going to take me. Oh, they canceled the plane, blah, 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 blah. So he ended up going home. And then I went to Mexico and then I came back. That's another story. Okay. That is like the biggest story time of my life. The time of Mexico time. Okay. Tijuana, Sinaloa. Okay. So, I came back and he was fucking blowing my motherfucking phone up. He was blowing it up. He was getting on my motherfucking nerves too. But he's like, hey, Erica, no kisses, no fuck, no nada. Okay. We're just friends. Right. So he's like, hey, Erica, my mom wants to meet you. I told her so much about you. And I was like, what? And then he was like, yeah, like, I want you to meet my mom. And I was just like, okay, that sounds so weird. And I was like, no, it sounds so weird. And he's like, all right, let me invite you to the movies. So we ended up going to the movies, you guys. He invited me to the movies. And then after the movies, he was like, I have to go get something. I don't remember. I don't remember this part that clear. But he was like, I have to go get something at my mom or at my house. He lived with his mom. I think he was like 25 or 26, something like that. And then I was just like, okay. So then we go to his house. And you guys, he's like, come on, get out. And I was like, no, I'll wait for you here in the car. He's like, no, come on. So anyways, you guys, I get off of the car. Okay. I go inside and I'm like, hi. And the lady was like, oh my God, hi, Erica. And I was just like, yeah. She's like, oh, my son has been talking about you all this time. He tells me so much about you, and you're right. She looked at him. She's like, you're so right. She's so beautiful. And I was just like, so weird. And I was just like, okay. And she's like, yeah, my son's been telling me so much about you, how blah, 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 this and that. So he's like, come. I want to show you something. So remember, I told you guys, he's a boxer. So he sat me down and he started putting me all the videos of him when he was like a little boy and he was boxing. And I was like, oh, nice. That's so cool. He worked out a lot. So, and he was a boxer. I don't know if he was in the MMA or whatever. I don't fucking know. Like, training to be something like that. So you guys, here's where the devil is very tempting. Oh my goodness. He's like, yeah, I have 2 stars. And back then, when I was like 20 something, having tattoos was like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like now, but back then it was like, wow, like, oh my God, you have a tattoo? So I remember that he was in his, showing me we were in his room, I think, and he was showing me all the videos. And then he pulls down his pants to his hips. Thank you guys. It was, I don't know what it was, but I thought that was like the sexiest thing ever. He had 2 stars on his hips, like on the bottom of his hips, like one on one side and the other on the other side. Y'all, I was just like, oh my God. I was just like, oh my God, so sexy, He's like, yeah, I got these stars and that. He was showing off. He knew exactly what he was doing. So I was like, yeah. And then anyways, long story short, we ended up leaving. No, we didn't do nada. So I had a cold, okay? I had a cold and my throat was so raspy that I needed Halls. So he stopped at 7-Eleven and he bought me Halls or something like that. I'm not so sure how, or if he had Halls on him already. I don't remember. But he stopped at 7-Eleven and he brought me a water and he gave me Halls. Oh, so he must have bought me some Halls. And here's where things got so fucking crazy. I think it was a truck. I don't remember if it was a truck or a car. I think it was a truck because I remember that there was like a lot of space between me and him. So I was sitting in the front and I was eating halls, and I was like, I kept eating almost all the halls because I was so nervous. And because I had seen his tattoos and I thought he was so sexy, you guys. He had like his six-pack and stuff, like, okay. And it's crazy that he would be like, oh my God, you smell so good. Can you spray this perfume in my car and stuff like that so I can be smelling how it smells on you? For real, like that heavy. So we're in the truck, and I'm sitting outside my house, and it was a truck, okay. And we're sitting in the front, and I'm eating all these halls, right? Like, cause I'm coughing. And then he's like, your lips are so beautiful. I was like, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, your lips are so beautiful. Can I kiss them? And I was like, I don't know. You guys probably think that I'm being dramatic, but I'm really goofy. Like, I'm really fucking goofy when it comes to these things. Like, I really get nervous. Like, I'm really nervous. I really do get nervous in situations like this. And he's like, if I get a lip gloss on my lips, he was like, can I kiss them? And I was like, no. And then he's like, oh, come on. He's like, come on. And then he's like, let me put your lip gloss on, and you're gonna see how it looks like, and you're gonna want to kiss me. And I was just like, you are a weird ass motherfucker. I'm just like, I was like, what? So I give him my lip gloss, okay, not knowing if he's actually gonna do that. I give him my lip gloss, and then he puts it on, and then he's like, see, I told you they look juicy. He's like, see, I told you they look juicy. Then I was just like, what the fuck? He's like, now kiss me. I was like, no. And I'm like, I gotta go, man. I gotta go. So he's like, oh, come on, kiss me. And I was like, no, I gotta go. So you guys, I didn't kiss him. I didn't kiss him because I thought that was so weird. Like, why are you putting lip gloss on your lips? My lip gloss on your lips so I can kiss you. I thought that was so weird. So anyways, ended up leaving. I went to Mexico for like 2 weeks, I think it was. 2 weeks, a week. I'm not so sure how long. And then I come back. In Mexico, my phone is blowing the fuck up, okay? He was blowing my phone up. So anyways, you guys, I remember I had a a chocolate. I think it was a chocolate phone. Do you guys remember those chocolate phones? And do you guys remember there used to be like little pictures in them? And he would tell me all the time, he would text me and be like, I always think about the way you smell. I can't get you out of my head. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, but every time I texted him back, I was like, every time you talk to me, it's because every time you're talking to me, you always bring out my how I smell. So why don't you just go buy the perfume? He's like, I already did. What? He's like, I already did. And remember those, like the little pictures, how they would come out? He sent me the little picture on my phone. And then I told him, I was like, you know what? That whole mom thing was so weird, that you talked to your mom about me and all that stuff. And that you forced me to go to your house because you said you needed something, but you had me watching your videos, okay? And then you putting on the lip gloss and all that stuff. That's too weird. Like, I don't like that shit. Like, it's all weird to me. And I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. Just like lose my fucking number. So you guys, that is it. He got butthurt. He got butthurt, obviously, of all the shit I was saying. But one thing I do know is that motherfucker fell in love with me because of how I smelled. So don't underestimate how you smell, you guys. And this is a cheap little perfume. I noticed that the more compliments that I've gotten from men is when I'm wearing, well, back then I didn't know anything about niche, and they were like simple Victoria's Secret fragrance, like the fruity kind. Guys love fruity fragrance. And this perfume to me smells, let me see. It's obviously fruity and fresh. Kind of like the J-Lo. I remember I used to wear J-Lo Glow and this one at the, yeah, J-Lo, the Glow, and this one around the same time. So he fell in love with me. He fell in love with me because of this perfume. So you guys don't underestimate fragrances. Also, make sure you always smell good. Like, make sure that regardless if you're tired, you always bathe, brush, floss your teeth, Listerine. Listerine is so important. Flossing is so important, you guys. Like, it's just a must, okay? A must. Washing down there is a must, okay? Because then you will be musty. So you guys, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this funny video. You know, it's a more chill, relaxed video. Hopefully my husband never comes across it. But yeah, that is it. Besitos a ti. Please like so I can know that you guys like my story times, okay? Because I have so many stories under my wings. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. See you on the next one. Besitos a ti.